When do you use a scan tool? And when do you use a scope? These two questions are asked by many in the automotive repair industry. The purpose of this video is to answer these and other critical questions. We will also inform you of the wide variety of tools OTC has on the market today to meet the challenges that arise when diagnosing the many complicated problems of today's vehicles. The diagnosis on vehicles with the check engine light on typically starts with the use of a scan tool. But a scan tool may only take you so far in the diagnosis. A scan tool will tell the technician which circuit is at fault, as the computer has recognized it. But he cannot necessarily tell if the fault is in the sensor, connector, or wiring leading to the computer. It is here that the technician needs to use something other than a scan tool to isolate the exact problem. Let's look at a real-life scenario, and we can show you step by step how logical troubleshooting procedures lead us to use a scan tool and a scope or meter. We've all had this happen. You're driving along and all of a sudden the car hesitates or stumbles. On your dash, a warning light that says "Service engine soon" illuminates. You pull into your neighborhood-friendly mechanic and explain the problem. The first thing he does is get his Genysis scan tool by OTC. He connects it to the car's computer and enters all the information on make, model, and year. The Genysis then displays the fault code. The diagnostic trouble code TPS is displayed by the tool. This stands for throttle position sensor. At this point, he can call up the repair track database to look for pattern failures based on the car's symptoms. Fast Fixes is another feature Genysis has that tells the tech what the problem would most likely be, or what are the most overlooked problems. From the information provided to the technician by the Genysis, the fault code DTC, repair track database, and Fast Fixes, the technician now knows he needs to test the sensor. At this point, he would use his OTC Solarity 4-channel scope with Infotech software. The technician enters the make, model, and year of the vehicle just as he did with the Genysis. The Solarity provides all the necessary information to properly connect the leads, run the test procedure, display the signal pattern properly, view connector and wiring diagrams, and compare test results to component specifications. Unlike typical automotive scopes on the market today, the Solarity provides you with all this information and much more right in the palm of your hand. With the aid of Infotech software and following the test procedure, wiring diagram, and comparing the signal to the reference waveform, the problem is quickly diagnosed. The tech replaces the sensor and then erases the code with the Genysis. The vehicle is then returned to the customer with the confidence that the proper repair was made. At this point, let's do a quick recap. 1. With the check engine light on, the tech is going to use a scan tool to read the code. 2. After he gets the code, he can determine that the problem is within the TPS circuit. He now knows he needs more specific direct test capabilities to test the circuit. This is where the 4-channel scope must be used. 3. The scope is used to do a more in-depth look at the circuit. and can help to specify if the problem is in the wire, the connector, or the sensor. 4. In this case, it was the sensor, so the technician replaces the sensor. The advanced characteristics of the Solarity offer the option to the technician to do a vehicle system test. The advanced characteristics of the Genysis offer the option to the technician to do a vehicle system reflash. These capabilities are only found on our high-end professional tools, the OTC Genysis and Solarity. Genysis and Solarity contain extensive software programs providing key compatibility for most vehicles on the road today. This scan tool and 4-channel scope are modular products. The modules can be interchanged for use on Solarity or Genysis. This gives the capability to add the Solarity scope functions to the Genysis and the 5-gas analyzer function of the Genysis to the Solarity. Let's take a look at some of the additional features of Genysis and Solarity and see what powerful automotive troubleshooting tools they really are. We would now like to turn our attention to the mid-level professional tools that OTC offers for vehicle diagnostics. Same warning light scenario. Customer brings in a vehicle with a light on, only this time the technician uses a Nemesis to check the service engine soon light through the car's onboard computer. The Nemesis offers in-depth diagnostic coverage for a moderate price. He connects it to the car's computer and enters all the information on make, model, and year. The Nemesis displays the TPS fault code. At this point, the technician knows to use a 2-channel scope by OTC. The 2-channel scope provides impressive performance at an economical price. Vehicle make, model, and year are entered just as before. The 2-channel scope allows the tech to analyze the TPS sensor signal by selecting the preset test from the component list. In addition to analyzing the signal, this scope also provides wiring diagram and reference waveform information for many domestic and Asian vehicles. In today's complex world of vehicle maintenance, there are several approaches the technician can take to fix the many problems that modern vehicles encounter. Finding the problems and fixing them as quickly as possible is the way to satisfy customers and maintain shop profitability. OTC offers technicians a wide range of diagnostic tools to find the problems fast and get them fixed right. Since 1925, our reputation for making quality tools at a reasonable price has been the foundation of our business. To get more information about the Genysis, Solarity, Nemesis, OTC's 2-channel scope, or any of our other diagnostic tools, or to place an order, visit our website to find the distributor nearest you.